Welcome to a year of eternal love. Acim Workbook, Lesson 14. God did not create a meaningless world. The idea for today is, of course, the reason why a meaningless world is impossible. What God did not create does not exist. And everything that does exist exists as He created it. The world you see has nothing to do with reality. It is of our own making, and it does not exist. The exercises for today are to be practiced with eyes closed throughout. And the mind-searching period should be short, a minute at most. You do not have to have more than 3 practice periods with today's idea unless you find them comfortable. If you do, it will be because you really understand what they are for. The idea for today is another step in learning to let go of the thoughts that you have written on the world and see the Word of God in their place. The early steps in this exchange, which can truly be called salvation, can be quite difficult and even painful. Some of them will lead you directly into fear. You will not be left there. You will go far beyond it. Our direction is toward perfect safety and perfect peace. With eyes closed, think of all the horrors in the world that come across your mind. Name each one as it occurs to you, and then deny its reality. God did not create it, and so it is not real. Say, for example, God did not create that war, and so it is not real. God did not create that airplane crash, and so it is not real. God did not create that disaster, specify, and so it is not real. Suitable subjects for the application of today's idea also include anything you are afraid might happen to you, or to anyone about whom you are concerned. In each case, name the disaster quite specifically. Do not use general terms. For example, do not say, God did not create illness, but God did not create cancer or heart attacks, or whatever may arouse fear in you. This is your personal repertory of horrors at which you are looking. These things are part of the world you see. Some of them are shared illusions, and others a part of your personal hell. It does not matter. What God did not create can only be in your own mind apart from his. Therefore, it has no meaning. In recognition of this fact, conclude the practice periods by repeating today's idea. God did not create a meaningless world. The idea for today can, of course, be applied to anything that disturbs you during your day. Aside from the practice periods, be very specific in applying it. And say, God did not create a meaningless world. He did not create, specify the situation which is disturbing you. And so it is not real. The insights for today's lesson, lesson 14. If you haven't become aware yet, if you don't have your own copy of A Course in Miracles, this is as told in the voice of Jesus. What you just heard me recite was Jesus' own words. And he is bringing us to an important step in our process of returning to love. Returning back to our innocence. Love, our source, is changeless. That is the other name of God, of love. Love is eternal. Love is formless. Love is everywhere. Love is all. And that is why what is not love it's an illusion. It is not real. Image making or projecting these thoughts that are unreal, that are different from love, they can never replace love, even though it does appear so for a little while. The horrors of our past seem very real and they stay with us. This is what the whole first half of the year of these lessons is, the undoing process. And part of this waking up process is to clearly recognize that making up images of a world of separation, it's not real. You and I are not separated. You are not separated from God. We are all one. Separation is the opposite of love. Separation never existed. Separation is not a sin because, well, it never happened. Private minds could never be real. The world that appears so real to us is not real. It feels like it. This is why, we really have to do our due diligence. We have to study every day. If we don't study every day, the day will get swallowed up by it. We'll believe in these illusions that we ourselves are projecting out into the world, a world of guilt. This is why this mind training this is a required course. It's just your participation is what's asked of. And it's so worth the practice to let go of the illusions of the past. Heaven is your true inheritance. Heaven is the awareness that this separation never even existed in the first place. It never took place.